The things I saw with my own eyes could not have been more real. I saw upon 3 crosses 3 men in agony.
Yeah.
One cried out for mercy, and the third man, he looked at me. Oh, the hurt in this man's eyes just broke my heart.
Yeah, man.
It seemed that I could hear him say, I'm doing this all for you.
Yeah, man, he's already done.
I knelt beneath the third man's cross and humbly bowed my head. I reached out, I touched his feet, and it stained my hands with blood. In agony and pain he cried. I raised my eyes to see the blood that flowed from the third man's side. Some of it fell on
God for that.
the third man wore a crown of thorns. Spikes held him to the tree. I heard him say, my God, hast thou forsaken me? In very month, the mighty crowd, he want to mock him, cried, if thou art the king, then save thyself. And then the third man, he died. Suddenly I heard the thunder roll. I saw lightning pierce the sky. A third man was still hanging there, and I began to cry. I cried out loud, oh, thank you, Lord, for a dream so real. It seems that I could hear him say, I'm doing this all for you.
Yeah.
He said he would return again, get his children here below.
Yeah.
Be all dressed up in garments white.
Yeah, man. Ready to leave out again. Yeah, man. Oh, Lord. Bless him, oh God.
I'm glad, as Brother Benny said, I feel with everything in me that I am a child of the King.
Amen.
And I believe when he calls, Brother Kenneth, I believe that I'll answer that call.
Yes, sir.
I hope you'll pray. Don't know how to start. In my mind, I was wanting Brother Jerry to get Brother Andy to come. He still may come. We'll see where the Lord takes it. You know, as I said, there's sometimes that sometimes it's a good crowd, and sometimes it's small. But, you know, and when we first moved down here, and I was worried, Brother Benny, about coming and starting this little church. I really was, and I prayed and prayed and prayed, and we had talked about it a long time, and met a year before it ever happened here. I'll just talk for a moment of time. If God will, I will. If He don't, I can't anyway. I'm just a man. I'm just a man, but I know where my help comes from. And I know where it comes from, Brother Ron. And he, and just the other night, I had one of the sweetest dreams about this little church. And I'll share that with you, a little bit of it. And it brought back a dream that my companion had one time to me. And I'll just speak a few words and we'll see. If the Lord will, I surely will. If there's 2 people here, if there's 1,000 people here, if He blesses me, I'll do my very best. And I dreamed just the other night for the jury that we was here in this little church, and I thought that it was packed, all kinds of people in here, and I thought people I've never seen before. And I thought I was on this side of greeting them, and Brother Jerry was on this side of greeting them, and Brother Benny was here, and I thought that I seen some old brethren that's been gone for a while, and I thought they was right here with us, and it made me feel so good, Brother Nate, and I thought that we knew Brother Jerry was the moderator here, or the pastor, however you want to call it. But I thought that the brethren of old that's gone on, some of the brethren, I thought they was leading our minds and telling us who to put up here for the jury. And I just thought that the crowd was so wonderful, and I just felt so good, because for a few days I'd said, Lord, let me dream something good about our little church, Lord. And it reminded me of a little dream when we first started. When I first felt like God had called me to preach, and I was on my way to Lexington, and my wife said, she said, I had the craziest dream last night. You was with me, I think, Brother Nate, and she said, I dreamed that we was cooking, we was in a big house, a big white house, and I believe she's pure, don't you, Brother Benny? I believe this house is pure, God's house is. And she said, when I was cooking, and I told you that you're going to have to go out and get some stuff. We've got a big crowd. You're going to have to feed them. And I began to say, oh, Lord, how am I going to do this? Do you want me, God? The mind when she was telling me, do you want me to preach, Lord? Oh, God, I'll do my best. I'd already felt that He called me to preach, but anyway, she began to say that we had to feed them, and I'll read right here a little bit. It says, the kingdom of heaven is likened 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. And they that were foolish took their lamps. But they had no oil. They had no oil, brother. But the wise took their lamps, and they had their oil in their lamps. And the bridegroom said they knew that midnight there was a cry. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. I'm waiting on a call. The bridegroom, who is the bridegroom? It's our beloved. It's our beloved. And one writer began to write, have you seen him? Whom my soul loveth. Have you seen him? Whom my soul loveth. Oh, he began to write, and he began to say, by night on my bed, I saw him. I saw him, Brother Benny, on my bed at night. I mourned, but Ronnie, I wept. I wanted something. What did you want? I had a home. I had a wife. Everything was going good. What do you want? I need something. Something down in my soul.
was it?
something. What was you lacking? The bridegroom.
Hey,
I heard a voice. He called my name.
Yeah.
Ronnie, he found me. Where'd he find you at? He found me, as the writer said, in a waste house in wilderness. The banner over me was blood. Oh, brethren, I love him. The writer said, I'll go about the cities. I inquired, have you found him? I asked the watchman, have you found him? Do you know where he's at? Whom my soul loveth? It was a little bit. I cried and I cried and I cried. But oh, sister, one night, right in my little bathroom, right down on my knees, I heard him. I heard him. He called my name, and he told me something, brother. He told me, rise and follow me. And I'm going to follow in my spirit. I'm going to follow him. No matter where he goes. I'm headed to the land of pure delight. I'm headed toward the city. Yeah, I'm headed toward the country. I've got my tent. It's toward heaven's land. And I'm not looking back. I've got nothing to look back to, Todd. I'm pressing onward. I'm going upward. This is my theme. This is my desire. Oh, world, you can do what you want to, but give me Jesus. For it's me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord all the days of my life. And I want everybody to go. Amen. I want everybody to go. That's my heart desire, to go. No wonder the writers wrote the little song, come, come, go with me to my Father's house. Oh, is it not joy here? There's joy here in my Father's house. Is it not peace here? I've never had a peace like I had tonight. I felt like God forgive me. I didn't care what happened, Brother Randy. It didn't matter what happened. Whether I lived or whether I died, I belonged to God. It didn't matter anymore. Whatever you can gain here, I was going to leave it all anyway. Ronnie, I had a home in heaven, and that's all that matters anyway. That's all that matters anyway. And we love you here. And we love you being here. Amen. And we'll be here if there's 300. Yeah. We'll be here. And we're going to show the world whose side we're on. Amen. And that's our desire, and that's our little church's desire, is to show the world whose side we're on. Come on, Brother Randy. That's my mind. I want you to come.